automakers have been building cars that reach a terrific speed, and we'll show them to you next. So pay attention, because many of them haven't even been officially test-driven yet. Top 10 fastest cars in the world.
I had DEMTV 16. I feel like what I say. Opesa auto car na say speed. American tina opesa auto there. And the DEMTV we got you covered. Into Osha 2024. So far, top 10 cars I listed. I walk speed pa. Say plan speed there. I'm gonna walk speed. You see, you best start it. Now I from the top 10. Yeah, not just say on the top 10 there. Not just say best start it from number 10. Now they are back down. Into Ocean number 10 now. A Bugatti Chiron. So what's Bugatti Chiron? That I want to see Chiron no clear that they are what's Bugatti. On the account, and I make you up to the number 10. Into young one, I'm going to the specs, any prices, any speed, any BBR. I didn't make you up to the top 10, and I say AD number 10.
Number 10, Bugatti Chiron. I'm gonna start off with an injustice. I'll tell you why soon. The Bugatti Chiron is the imposing successor to the Bugatti Veyron Supersport that will surprise you shortly. You can easily recognize it because it has a rear line of 5.2 feet LED lights. Its 8-liter, 16-cylinder, Ford turbocharged engine is capable of being 1,479 horsepower and taking it from 0 to 62 miles in just 2.5 seconds. All these new features make it a super fast car. The problem? Due to tire limitations, they set a speed limit of only 261 miles per hour, which is a little less than its predecessor that doesn't have these improvements nor speed limitations. Its speed is speculated and hard to know because it has never been test-driven. So this is the injustice with this car. Anyway, this real gem costs about $2.7 million. Well, it's produced almost handcrafted in France, so there you go, the price. Number 9.
It is all share on the number 9 on the list. Like I say, Bugatti Veyron Super Sport. And I make it up to the number 9. It is share number 9 now. The perfect cars ni na wiasman na Taiwan Mikapa either number 9 Bugatti Veyron Super Sport.
Bugatti Veyron Super Sport. This is the predecessor of the Bugatti Chiron you've just seen, but unlike that one, this car was able to brag about a controversial Guinness World Record for the world's fastest production car for 3 years. In 2010, only one of the 30 Bugatti Veyron Supersport ever built reached 267 miles per hour, overthrowing the SSE Ultimate Aero. This was one of the fastest cars in the world at the time, but it's no longer in the rankings. For safety purposes, the Bugatti was known to be sold with a speed limit of 258 miles per hour, but the Guinness record stated that, actually, that speed change didn't overshadow its features such as the engines, which are the same used by its successor, the Chiron, and the aerodynamics. The problem was that, in 2013, the Hennessy Venom GT declared to have exceeded the commercial speed of the Bugatti Veyron Supersport, managing to get the Guinness records to back out and strip the Bugatti of its title. Well, after all, it was the world's fastest production car. For the purposes of this top 10, only one should reach the maximum speed, but that doesn't make it a production car, so the Bugatti lost the title. What a scandal. Can you imagine what would have happened if they had removed the speed limit of the Bugatti Chiron?
It's number 8. Number 8, and you see a Hennessy Venom GT. Number 8, Hennessy Venom GT. Into checking the specs, and the BB and the price, and the BB also Honum and then that Honum. It's young one and the price.
Number 8, Hennessy Venom GT. It's time to show you the car that got the title from the Bugatti Veyron Supersport, the famous Hennessy Venom GT. This car was one of the flagships of the Hennessy company that has achieved multiple records thanks to this car. It succeeded in accelerating from 0 to 186 miles in 13.6, overthrowing the Koenigsegg Aera R. This feat also gave it the Guinness record for the fastest time for a 2-seater production car. Its acceleration from 0 to 100 miles in 5.6 seconds is also another world record. This is all due to its powerful 7-liter, 8-cylinder engine that has 1,244 horsepower. The complaint that got the Guinness record stripped from the Bugatti Veyron Supersport was for exceeding 265 miles per hour. However, its builders say it can reach 278 miles per hour. Should we believe them? Given the specifications and awards, let's just do it. Besides, the cars that will come next are so new that most of them haven't been tested on tracks yet, and we have no choice but to trust what the companies specify.
So we check it on the number 7. Number 7, a Zinger 21C. What I see, and then I make it up to the number 7. So open Yasima in our cars. I want make up. I can't make a padia. So open say to make that fast. I would do baby in time. Now per car. But now when I do a draw, we are seeing another number 7 Zinger 21C. And also the spec and the price and to check in American media now I check it same and also.
Number 7, Zinger 21C. Hear me out. You're about to watch one of the most modern cars on this top 10. In fact, only 80 units will be released in 2023, each one priced at over $2 million. What can a two-seater like the Zinger 21C have to fetch that price? Gold? Kinda. This is a hybrid car that runs on a 2.8-liter 8-cylinder mechanical engine located at the rear and 2 zero-emission electric engines associated with each of the front wheels, making it an all-wheel drive car. And not only this, but it's about 1,267 horsepower and weighs only 2,733 pounds. That is, less than 2 pounds per horsepower. An exorbitant amount that allows it to reach 280 miles per hour of maximum speed according to its builders. As I highlighted earlier, some cars are so new that we'll be relying on the specs. Though, to be honest, it wouldn't be surprising if the Zinger 21C runs at that speed and even higher. Number 6.
Koenigsegg Aera RS. Koenigsegg Aera RS. And then number 6. What I say, number 6 on the list now. You are seeing a car either number 6 Koenigsegg Aera RS and then number 6. Okay, the specs and then the price and so so we check his speed and also checking the specs man. Also watch check your both the price and at that honor you see more launching in the video more than the price in the video buy it's another honor which you all video now be who the woman now.
6. Koenigsegg Aera RS. We're talking about the car that is the continuation of the Koenigsegg Aera R, the car that lost out its title of the fastest acceleration to the Hennessy Venom GT. To get it even, the manufacturers of the Koenigsegg created a monstrous 2-turbo, 5-liter, 8-cylinder engine that is about 1,160 horsepower and has the ability to accelerate from 0 to 60 miles in just 2.8 seconds. This is how Koenigsegg achieved another record, accelerating from 0 to 400 kilometers per hour in just 36.4 seconds, beating the Bugatti Chiron that needed 5 more seconds. The creators didn't want to sit back and do nothing, so they decided to raise the stakes. They measured the speed of their new car using the specifications of the Guinness records, clearly alluding to the controversial previous marks. As a result, they managed to hit 276 miles per hour by averaging 2 laps, but with the top speed of, keep your ears open, 283 miles per hour. What an incredible mark!
Okay, on the number 5, SSC Tuatara. What I say, Tuatara, so that's on the number 5, and now make it up to the number 5. I hope a car just in Hangina, it's me Kwame Kadia, and then number 5, and it's in the specs and in the price, and so and
Number 5, SSC Tuatara. The SSC Tuatara looks stunning thanks in part to its aerodynamic design inspired by a fighter jet. It has an 8-cylinder engine that is 1,750 horsepower and allows it to accelerate from 0 to 60 miles in 2.5 seconds. Its speed has been the subject of tremendous controversy. In 2020, after being test-driven, it stated with all its might to have reached 315 miles per hour. However, some viewers pointed out that the vehicle's speedometer wasn't shown in the broadcast, and several regulatory entities, such as the Guinness World Records, refused to validate the test because there weren't enough inspectors, and the other entities said it was because the measuring instruments hadn't been calibrated. A short while later, the SSC admitted the error and said they had miscalculated the speed and repeated the test, resulting in 286 miles per hour. It's a big difference, ain't it? Anyhow, if you want to own this super elegant car that is fast enough to be included in this top 10, you must invest no less than $1.6 million.
Check it on the number 4. Number 4 no carbon emeki Bugatti company as Bugatti Chiron Super Sport 300 Plus and Bugatti Chiron Super Sport 300 Plus. And I make you up to the number 4. You see, oh check it, you ask me na car equipment papa. We ask me to number 4. Enya some get to cry. Easy say we make up to that top 10. No?
Number 4. Bugatti Chiron Super Sport 300 Plus. The French Bugatti wasn't gonna feel satisfied with only one number on this top 10. That's why it built the Bugatti Chiron Super Sport 300 Plus, and, as its name implies, it can reach a speed of over 300 miles per hour, specifically 304 miles per hour, shown on the Volkswagen's Aera Lucene test track. It has a 16-cylinder, 8-liter engine that has 1,578 horsepower. This rather exclusive model keeps the elegant orange and black design of its predecessors, and only 30 units have been built, bringing its price to $3.9 million.
Hey, number 1 so when number 3 no Bugatti Bulli and Bugatti Bulli and then number 3 and also the specs and then the sticker and the BBR and our
Number 3, Bugatti Bulli. This car is the newest of all, so much so that it has no price and they're still assessing whether or not to produce it in series. This is Bugatti's attempt to enter the world of race cars, as if it hadn't already been trying with its Chiron cars. Like the Chiron Super Sport 300 Plus, this car has a 16-cylinder, 8-liter engine that is capable of being 1,825 horsepower. It just weighs 2,733 pounds, giving it a surprising weight-to-power ratio of 1.4 pounds per horsepower. As you can imagine, this is an extremely light car. The obsession with reducing weight led them to use screws and other titanium parts that were also hollow, like they use in aircraft production, and to print them in 3D. Plus, this car is known to be able to go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 2.17 seconds, and its top speed is 310 miles per hour.
Fast and Furious, we are Fast and Furious, cars are moving, any car from the cars are Fast and Furious, and I make it up to the number 2 and the number 1. The cars are moving to Fast and Furious, and then number 1 and number 2. I make it on the number 2 on the list, Hennessy Venom F5 and Hennessy Venom F5, and I'm also cook baby now. Only playing around now. Per car, it will be fast car. I just say a Hennessy Venom F5. So you will be outside a long journeys. And now I have sometimes we a businessman who move it from country to country, cross countries. Kind of cross countries. Now here cars out there called that cross countries. Now a Hennessy Venom F5 the spec, the BBR, and horsepower by you and go on the price, and also
Number 2, Hennessy Venom F5. The all-out war between Bugatti and Hennessy continues, and this is its latest chapter. If Bugatti is testing its overland fighter jet, Texan Hennessy isn't far behind with its Venom F5. This tremendous car has a powerful twin-turbo engine dubbed the 8-cylinder, 6.6-liter Fury. That is 1,817 horsepower and can go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 2.8 seconds. Since it only weighs 3,053 pounds, the weight-to-power ratio is 2 pounds per horsepower. With all this information, this car can obviously reach 311 miles per hour. a record that makes it clear that you better not mess with Texas. Only 24 units of this very fast car have been produced at a price of $1.8 million. But if you're an Arab sheik and are taking out your wallet, I have bad news for you. All units have already been sold. I'm glad that you got this far. It's time to step on the gas to watch the fastest car in the world.
Hennessy making number 1. Number 1 on the list. You are seeing na kai kwambi kapa. Ebe onwa unti dini krada. Unti dini krada. Ebe onwa sa unti dini da. Koenigsegg Jesco Absolute. What I say? Koenigsegg Jesco Absolute. And make number 1 on the list. If you are seeing na kai kwambi so far on the 2024. So we are any you say opportunity so far on a America. You see Koenigsegg Jesco Absolute and then number 10. Number 1. Oh, we are seeing now. To pay we are seeing now. Koenigsegg Jesco Absolute. The price any maybe sooner or later. Send American telling the specs no city. Samsung and the price is over millions of dollars. Hey, you the so better car sports cars put this car to me that Ghana has the phone crowd of Donald Trump and yes sure say we crowd will be Ghana. You see, we are out. The name is dynamic.
Number 1, Koenigsegg Jesco Absolute. This is the latest creation of the Swedish car company that is ready to claim the title of the fastest car in the world with its impressive 330 miles per hour. The Koenigsegg Jesco Absolute uses a 5-liter engine that is about 1,603 horsepower. Its rear, which was supposed to be the same as that of its cousin, the Koenigsegg Jesco, was modified. The rear wing was removed to increase speed, and 2 wings inspired by fighter planes were added to gain stability and reduce resistance. Plus, it has set up a special 9-speed automatic transmission technology called light speed transmission that allows it to change speed almost immediately. Are you surprised? Well, we'll see what the automakers come up with next year. If you don't want to miss any top 10 with car news, subscribe and turn on the notifications. See you in the next video.